So I also keep in that front pocket a basic compass. This isn't even a water-filled one, but it's a good little thing. It does the job. It does what you need it to do. Again, it's another thing that I keep a certain amount of redundancy with. I've actually got a little button one that goes alongside, just in case this one were to fail. But yeah, it's absolutely fine for what it needs to do. I'll put them to the side. Actually, I'll put them in there. Alright. So, there's a top pocket on here. And in it, just have a really basic little mozzie net. Just a head net. We don't get a lot in the UK, well, except for in certain places, obviously. But that suits me just fine. You'll see the way I've got the rest of my kit set out, that's all I really need, is just a very basic thing like that. Also, in here, for quick access, there's an emergency whistle, which is an aluminium one, so it's not going to die on you. And yeah, I hook it onto the top on here so that I know exactly where it is. I can fish it out of there just by opening the zip back a tiny bit and pulling. Also in the top here, and this comes with this pack, is a complete waterproof cover for the pack. And it basically zips up. You've got carrying handles on it, you've got everything you need on there. And to be honest, with the way I've got it set up and I use a hammock, sometimes there isn't room for my pack, and it is useful to have a complete waterproof system that allows me to keep that dry. So there you go, that's why that's in there. And I'll close this back up. Bear with me, hold up. So, as you can see, this is it opened up on the top. Now, it's just basically a bottomless pit in there, just really handy. You can get quite a bit in there. It's also designed to take the load, so if you do need to carry more stuff, you can. So, that's that. Firstly, out there is cook set. And you don't want things to rattle in your pack, because it's really annoying. I just do little things like put something under the handle just to stop that rattling. And so this comes with a plate, and it comes with, I keep the cooker inside, and that, I don't know what that is there. So that's all I have pans wise, just a basic pan, and it just houses the cooker and stops it getting bent up. So really simple. Obviously the plate's really useful when the pan's mucky. You can see it's been used quite a bit, to be fair. But in here is the cook set, and what this is a gasifying stove, and so it basically stacks up like that, ish, only roughly set up, and basically it's got double skin on the inside edge, and it gives you quite a good flame. But what it does, it doesn't burn directly on the wood. It burns the gases from the wood, so it's much more efficient, much less smoky. And the thing with something that burns sticks for your cooking is you haven't got to carry fuel, so you save a lot of weight by having something like that in there. And just for cleaning, I just use a bit of swarf and have a bit of wire wool in there. Now, I keep the fire still in there, just as a secondary way of getting fire going. So that's pretty much that, really. I'll pack it back down, hold on. And I'll just stack it in there for now. Go over there. Right, so next on the list, this is a pack which is generally designed around fixing things. You'll see in the front there, that's just a pack of needles, just for general sewing bits that I need to do. Also a bit more coffee in there. I really like coffee, or probably more need coffee to keep moving. In the front, there's the button compass as well, that sits in there. Now you've got, this is a large towel, just a microfiber one, thin as anything, but multi-use on the basis that you can actually use it as a sheet if you need to, just for another layer, which is really handy. But the importance of hygiene long term is pretty massive, and you need the ability to dry yourself without getting your clothes soaked. So, you know, it does make some sense to have it in there, and it's minimal weight for what it is. And I also keep, these are actually prescription sunglasses lenses, I keep them in the front as well, because I'll be screwed without glasses. Deodorant, cotton, thick cotton, really thick, and a lot of it. It's 300 metres. A bag, just one of them classic hang on your back bags. I'll keep that. If I'm moving about and I've got camp set up, I'll just use this for collecting bits. And as I say, it's minimal weight. Actually, very often as well, I use it for just carrying the rubbish bag with me when I go out. But in terms of, you know, how useful it is, if your pack's rammed, you can carry some more stuff, you know, and have it contained. And yeah, it just saves you having to carry the big pack all the time. So that's really quite a useful thing. I'll keep a bit of lighter fluid for the Zippo in there as well. Seam seal from a tarp. A basic little pop-up water bowl, just a Webtex. Just for washing up the pants really. And again, it doesn't weigh a lot, and it doesn't take up much space, and that's obviously how it's designed. And I think that easily justifies itself in there. I'll keep a massive sachet of activated carbon, and its uses are massive. There's loads of them. If you eat the wrong thing, it will go some way to helping you out with that. It's very absorbent, so yeah, I mean, you can figure that out for yourself. Fishing kit, a hell of a load of hooks in there. I've also got a few swivels, weights, and some eyelets, which when I'm fishing I'll tend to actually just strap them onto a piece of to a stick and use it like an actual fishing rod, and I just find it works better like that, to be honest. Next, there's a spare string for the bow, just a marker pen, life straw, that's my other way of getting water. They don't go on forever, these things, but they do work quite well. That's another reason I've got the activated carbon, because it allows me to kind of reuse this a bit longer and get a bit more out of it. Pen, another bandage, another lighter hiding away in there, bit of snare wire. There's actually quite a lot of fishing line on there. There's a full reel. In fact, another button compass, which I didn't realise was in there. And that's that little bag there. This is general repair kit. Comes with like a gauze, bit of bungee, a few flights, a bit more cotton, another roll of cotton actually. The putty stuff that you can get for repairing metal and all types of other things is also in there. There's also some nooks in there, I believe. There might be another thing. But some fletching tape, some ripstop repair, fabric, a few different colours in there. Just general maintenance for the kit. There's also a belt buckle in there, should I need it, so that can go there. Super glue in a pot that can't leak and go everywhere, because I've had that happen before and it's horrendous. Okay, so the nooks and arrowheads are in here. These brass ones just go on to the end of a shaft of wood and hold on there. I mean, they're pretty good. Other than that, I've got broadheads, which basically have 3 razor blades on there. They're vicious as anything, but at least you'll get the kill. And a couple of standard screw-in tips for carbon fibre arrows that I've got to go with it.